Hey y'all, hey, this is Jay, and welcome to my page. So for those of you that may know, and those of you that don't, I started another GLP-1 injection last Sunday, so a week from today. And I say another because back in January, February of 2024, I was on Trulicity for about 4 weeks until my doctor went to increase my dosage and insurance wanted to fight. I just gave up on the fight. And so I discontinued that medicine at that time. So here we are, week 14, day 4 of walking more days than not, in an attempt to obviously ultimately lose weight, but also to decrease, hopefully eliminate lower back pain, and increase energy and decrease fatigue. So I made it up in my mind sometime in November that December 1st, I would incorporate a compound semaglutide injection. So that's what I did. December 1st was last week. The compound is a little different than the ones that already come like pre-packed and pre-ready to inject. The dose, I believe, is 2.5. And then for the first month, I'll be taking 10 units, and then I'll increase by 10 units every month. So this will be week 2 on 10 units, and just wanted to kind of start documenting my journey. Honestly, from like Monday to Wednesday, I just wasn't sure if I was going to keep at it. Didn't necessarily experience any nausea. I felt like, I'll come back to this part in a second, but I felt like my appetite was actually increased, or it might have been a mental thing. I think that one of the important things to be self-aware of and be mindful of is your relationship with food. And so I think it was mental. But anyhow, Monday, I started to experience pretty severe abdominal pain. Like I said, almost to the point of not wanting to potentially continue. Good morning. And so I said to myself that day, if this continues, I'm going to stop. I won't inject again today. And I'll just go from there. Well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I didn't experience any abdominal pain, and if I did, it was very minimal. So I have decided to continue. Again, no nausea. I felt like I'm normally tired and fatigued. That is like my baseline. So I don't want to say that I experienced anything abnormal, but I want to say that the fatigue at some points were very extreme, and I had to really push myself to accomplish certain tasks. So one of the benefits to me, I've tried phentermine in the past, a few times actually, and the first time I was on phentermine, I was successful. I was walking, I was doing like a low carb diet, and I don't think I was doing intermittent fasting at that time, but I did no alcohol for that month. That was back in October of, I want to say 2020, and I lost 11 pounds that month. So for me, one of the benefits of phentermine is the increased energy, or however people describe it. But that's not natural. So I'm trying to figure out naturally how I can increase my energy level, because I'm always tired. And that's pretty much been my story, honestly, for as long as I can remember, for at least several years. So, so week 2, semaglutide. Now, last week, I injected in my stomach, and I injected in the morning after my walk. This week, after doing a little research TikTok, I have decided to inject in my thigh and to do it in the evening. So I'm going to start, of course, rotating injection sites weekly, and I am going to take the medication at 7 p.m. One of the benefits I've heard of that is that if you are experiencing any symptoms, essentially you're going to sleep through them. You don't have to kind of work through them during the day. I think it's interesting that I chose Sunday because a lot of people choose like Friday or Thursday just in case they experience any symptoms and they have the weekend to kind of manage those. With my Trulicity, I think I did Sunday as well. Honestly, I didn't have like any major side effects with Trulicity, but I also didn't experience a substantial or even a noticeable amount of weight loss. I do need to start measuring inches because I know it's not all about the pounds. So let's talk about the pounds. Last week, Tuesday, I actually weighed myself because my last old scale, it was a hater. I had to get rid of it. And so once I made a decision, like, look, this thing is playing with me. The thing was interesting because one day I weighed before I ate, like you do first thing in the morning, and I was less than what I was the next day after I had eaten, and it was like afternoon. So I knew at that point it made no sense. So I'm like, okay. I got on Amazon and I ordered me a new scale. It was there the next morning between 4 and 8. So weighed on Tuesday. If I remember correctly, I was 245.4. This is a very transparent post. I look back at my post, some content from a couple years ago, and I was 241 back in like 2021, I think. I still feel this is the heaviest I've ever been. Honestly, I've gotten up to like 249. I am 5'5". It is a lot to carry, especially on the backside. So, and the backside is continuing to grow. So, hence the lower back pain. So, anywho, got on the scale, like I said, Tuesday. I was 245.4. Got on the scale today, this morning, as I was laying there, couldn't go back to sleep. And I was 243. This week, I didn't know this stuff before, but I don't know. This week, I began drinking chia seed and lemon water in the mornings. Incorporated, again, a lot of protein and fiber. Those are things that I gathered from my research on my reputable source, TikTok. So I was looking for protein shakes, didn't really find anything there in Walmart that I was really interested in or affordable. So I did some, I was looking for the Fairlife, I think Core Life or something. That was like one of the consistent recommendations on Facebook. And so didn't find that. And so I just got some protein bars. I think it's like peanut butter, chocolate or something. I'm not a big peanut butter person, but I had one this morning. It's decent. And I had my chia seed water in the morning as well. I need to start doing that twice a day. I've seen one person say they do it first thing in the morning and then before bed. I could potentially do that. And then, of course, for me, carbs, being pre-diabetic, having high blood pressure for the last 20 plus years probably, carbs, trying to eliminate or reduce those, incorporating a lot of new or just vegetables primarily. So this week I ate, what did I eat? I made chili. I did make chili the beginning of the week, and then I made spaghetti squash with like chicken and andouille sausage and spinach and boys cheese, all those things. And so I've been eating on that. I made that Thursday. There's still like another helping left. So I eat my leftovers. If they don't look spoiled or moldy, I'm gonna eat them. So I'm probably gonna eat that. There's still some chili there, and then something else I had this week. Oh, I had made some meatballs for a meeting. So I also decided this week that I was going to start not meal prepping, but meal planning. And because I bought a calendar like from Walmart a month ago for the fridge, weekly calendar. And so that was very helpful. Again, going back to my relationship with food, what I'm going to eat for dinner is like one of the most stressful decisions of my day. And so to eliminate that unnecessary stress, I have decided to start planning. I typically buy my meats in bulk from Sam's. This week I didn't do that. I went to Aldi and I went to Publix, and I spent about $100. Still have lots of veggies and things available for the upcoming week. One of the things that I did learn on TikTok University, that's what we're gonna call it, was that when you're on the GLP-1, to try to eliminate foods that are hard to digest. So I learned, and please correct me if your research is different, or if you are an actual medical professional or nutritionist or dietitian or any of those things. Cabbage, broccoli, what was the other one? I think cauliflower are vegetables that are hard to digest. And I bought actually 2 of those 3 last week. I like cabbage a lot. And I got cauliflower because I was going to do like a cauliflower rice or something. So to substitute, again, trying to substitute those carbs. So I'm still going to eat it. I'll just be mindful of it going forward. I didn't get a lot of fruit from Aldi this week. In my experience, my local Aldi is like literally right there. And the produce ain't producing like it used to. Aldi was like my favorite go-to produce store for years. Not so much anymore. I did get a mango. I got some bananas, so I'll probably eat a banana later. I need to eat those actually. I forgot they were there. So yeah, that's just an update on week 1. It's a pretty extensive update, but if you are also on the GLP-1 journey for whatever reason, feel free to comment. Let's connect. I am located in the Sunshine State, as you can tell. If you're in the Sunshine State, I'm in the Tampa Bay area, always looking for people to walk with. And at some point, I will get in the gym and do that kind of thing. But walking is my thing. I prefer that over most other forms of exercise. And so that's what I do more days than not. So that's 4 out of 7 days. This is week 14, day 4, and I'm out.